Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, my people. I greet you all. I greet you all. Everyone, if you're listening to me, minya bema, me papa, me mame, oh shemia, me pese, oh share video no. And then me Prophet Daniel, eba be twetwe nkomo. Ye ba be kan amane ne amamre, any said ye yesi ye niama fa. Baby a sese yakodu. Eniama bi ikoso ewo Ghana. Mefa ne se bibi ikoso wo Ghana. Na amai mebunu no bebre no amai mebunu no bebre no jeje so ekọ ekwan a I te said de yeti fikasi mu a efikasi mu no we families na say busianku etifi ho no separate na ye sorry a ye kontokwa obi apese o kire ni tumi wo say fie ho ena me ne prophet Daniel ba betwetwe nkomo ye beka sa niama ni nyina nemre ya ye timu ewiase afa na nyina pre for ekroye ene said ye umbetimi akekere o man na ye hwe Ghana sabi saa na ekoso ana ye mpanyimfo no ekwan o mo kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn no ebue kwan for kroye na na omo ne ye emma ekwan eto anamo a ede ekroye ebekro no ekyerɛkyerɛ mabunu no said ye ebe ya ye bekyekere kro no na are we setting example, our leaders setting example ewo Ghana? We are going to talk about that. So if you're here for the first time, welcome to Fahudie Hotspot Show. Invite someone for that person to also invite another person. I'm going to have a very, very fruitful discussion with our prophet Daniel Asamoah Labi. Prophet Daniel Asamoah Labi. Prophet, welcome.
Thank you. Maybe have a apomu to say.
Apomu boko. Me jidi say volume, no, the volume is okay. Everyone, the volume is okay. Please allow your likes to come, your hugs to come, allow your love as well to come. This is the only way Facebook will sort of shoot out the message to everybody and create an alert. If you don't like it, they're not going to create the alert. First of all, remember that what is going on in Ghana has created a potholes in Ghana. It has made people to believe that they don't even want to hear from people like myself because we are telling the truth too much. So they have actually, it's like landguards. They have actually paying people to bring down pages like this. And so I will please ask for you to help for those the videos such as this one to go far. So share the video, put it on any platform you're on. It is very necessary. I live in Canada. Prophet lives in Canada right now in the United States. We travel around. We go to places. We've seen many things. How human beings should live. How humanity should be as. So we are trying to bring something rather positive back to our country. Prophet Akwaba.
Yeah.
And at the end, no, we just want to be able to talk about it. Ye pese ye kan eniama ekoso wo Ghana. Yen ahemfofo mefa ne say yen leaders anase womo a ye hwe womo Ghana wo hwe a enkofo je ahindie etum. Ena yesan wo democracy, which is government, and so wo Ghana. But usha these two powers now, you can tell say both powers are at play. and sometimes it get confusing to Ghanaians. What do you think about the issue of Domaa hene ene otumfuo? What is going on right now? No, it has divided. It has brought a divided front amongst Ghanaians, because one chief is saying the other chief is also doing another thing, and then the government is also doing another thing. Now, right now, are the people, the citizens, are they aware of where this is heading? Are they aware of who are going to pay the price for this power struggle amongst the politicians as well as the chiefs in Ghana? Ojune Hussein, first of all, let me ask you, Domaa hene kan no, what can you tell us a little bit about what you think about Domaa hene kan? And then we will talk about two things, politics, Domaa hene versus the other people, then move down to the people. What do you think it brings to the people? What about message video? No, so Prophet.
Well, thank you very much. And first of all, we send much greetings to Famodia viewers. It's very educational. Nyame Shao, our beloved Mavis, Nyame Eduye Juma, very educational. Also, I want to thank all chiefs here for our Ghana and in paying for our Ghana in Nase and our Brasenia software. Nyankopon a year a dempa eboa adwuma pade nyina make sure omunyina. And greetings from Master House of God International Prayer Ministry Canada, all over the place. And sisi anyame adom nyame de me abehye USA maybe ye nyame adwuma kakra na masako back to Canada. One thing I just wanted to say, to be honest with you, it's very, very painful. It's very, very painful and very sad, because first of all, me no prophet, the senior prophet, I me feel him latte. I mean to know Efa and in some things about Ashanti history into depth and Domaa history in large. I am not an expert in those areas, so I will speak with limitations, and I stand to be corrected. But we are all expressing our opinions with the little that we know here and there, and what we hear from social media, if exactly is what the people are saying, and some of the things we hear from the paramount chiefs itself. And that these are the things we are going to be addressing. And so if anyone hear it differently, we are expressing our opinion. It is very painful that social media should have been something that we used to educate and also transform and bring a change to the community and the ecosystem at large. And say bibi ketu ato forma, spread it very fast to every part of the corner of the world. Until when you are speaking now, make sure your words are factual and also very educational, because we want to advance the community which we live in. Now, once morning, I'm sorry, the story, no, to be honest, the issue I start with His Majesty, or what do you call it, Domaa hene. The statement, the man is saying, first of all, he is a judge. Number one, he is a judge. Now, being a judge, we should give him that first honor and privilege with respect as an honor, a judge constitutionally mandated in the country, Ghana Republic. Number two, he is a community leader as a chief, a paramount chief. Okay? Now, we have chiefs and we have sub-chiefs and paramount chiefs, where the sub-chiefs and the chiefs comes under swearing allegiance to the paramount chief. And indeed, he is a paramount chief. But when you listen to his submission when he was being interviewed, he said, quoting, not exactly, but paraphrasing, or saying, he has had an information, and the information that he has got, that there are certain chiefs trying to go into his domain in terms of other sub-chiefs and chiefs around his territory. And he was a president of, I stand to be corrected, one of the chieftaincy. He's the president of that, whether Domaa or whatever, not Domaa, one of the paramount or president of that place. Now, as a president, or he be a bar or convince the other chiefs and one the honor and nation promising them to make them paramount chiefs. That is the first submission of worry. So this is the area Ghanaians should look at it. Number one, which kind of chief is doing that by convincing or expanding territory or finding ways and means to grab towns and chiefs under him, promising to make them paramount chiefs? And this is what we call economic warfare. It is an economic warfare because he plays the person who is that chief, might play them to say, Mebuao, I'll help you. I'll give you this. I'll make you powerful. I'll make you this. Come and come under me. So that person will go, put his head under submission to another chief to lift that chief up, to make him bigger. Because the more you get sub-chiefs, the more powerful you become. So his worry, one, is that. Okay? And on the worry partner say, even if you are coming into doing such a thing, I am the president of the house of whatever that group, I am supposed to be informed. But that person went behind me to pick some of my chiefs to make them paramount chiefs. Now, he made another submission, said, She Domaa, Mewaha, Brekum, She Yano me and Sankos are 9. Na media Mewaha, a yet then ye be a few, who yet then that Mobabetum Nadachibino Mubehiame. So that statement and the submission he's making is where I want Ghanaians to look into, say, why an Abba the territory or Babefa him for be 1, 2. The person who came, another chief who came into the territory, what right has he to come without knocking? Because it takes somebody to enter somebody's family without knocking. Then it means that the person lives there. If somebody comes into a house without knocking, shouting, I go and walking, it means that the person lives there. And this is where the first submission of conflict, his worry is. Number 2, may look at the area. Brekum hene, may his soul rest in peace. Okofie, if I say, or hina konichiano, okofia, or koda asundremu. Ne no situation. Look at this. Yema or Libya days to come and express his condolence, not his superiority, not his power, but to come and show his condolence and sympathize with the family. Until every chief comes, every paramount chief comes. So, fortunately and unfortunately, this is what I'm seeing. They were supposed to consult the chiefs and see the exact date and time that they can come, and it will help them. Domaa hene and Meki statement say, they are the man, I think Wednesday. On Wednesday, on no Domaa, konya no tesono. Onko a year on Wednesdays. Which, if they consulted the leadership of Domaa, say you do on Nana Wednesday, definitely they will say Nana cannot come on that day because it goes against our tradition for him to attend funeral on that day. Meanwhile, no, other days, there are other items for no, I'm on my jatu. But Domaa day, on to me and come before Wednesday because Obi or and near Thursday, no, so it is reserved for Otumfo Oti and Kuyako Koso, Sikaja Kofi. Or no, and they are reserving and no, at the Amano. I just say, and there is a slight secret. Me per se, people should look at it. May point in say the whole climax of Otumfo coming with his majesty, with all the buses and the crowd, is one to install a new chief. To put a new chief on the throne. The other one has gone to rest. So he wanted to come and put another chief on the throne. Traditionally, he is the last one that will come to seal everything.
Oh.
Domaa hene so say, or no, president of, I don't want to say the House of Chiefs of, I don't want to use a word that mean say, word the name, but over to my check out the background. He is a president of the House of Chiefs of Brekum or what. I don't want to, the word is not coming.
Yeah.
Yes. And yet the president of the House of Chiefs in Ghana, no, and yet that particular region. And also for say, he have the right to attend the last seal of the funeral.
That's right.
Okay? Now, there's a conflict. Now, being a judge, the committee people of Brekum saw say he have the right to come. Asante Hene has been given the nod to come because he's coming there for a purpose. And the purpose, not only to show his condolence, but also to put a new chief on the throne. To put him a new chief on the throne.
Wow.
Good. Until I to say, Domaa hene first submission say, na ahemfuni bi abana sweye ni area nye na sweye ni fie na sweye but ni zone ebema ebinum tumi abaya ahemfo without his consent. I to say Brekum ahene akonechi ni one ebesino Asante hene ebesino one consulted
Domaa
hene. Oh, me put the puzzle together.
That's right.
And I stand to be corrected. This is
exactly what it is.
Good. One consulting into a yaw. I wouldn't say me a metia. Mean to be Makumasi and Befa Asante Hene ne sub chiefs nibi and promising Pejano and Mambesi Hene waho. Even though say hot territory media crana, there should be a consultation among chiefs among themselves. But this consultation did not take place based on Domaa hene's statement. It's because of that, Domaa hene so about Friday, a Thursday, Asante hene so about Thursday. So Ghana national security, first of all, and for them to go to court for injunction on Domaa hene means that there's a reason why you go for court for injunction to stop somebody not to come.
Yeah.
Nipa now command injunction or your judge. He know the power of injunction. So Obi Kasano say, your man injunction, I don't know, no. A good citizen.
Almost president of Bono House of Chiefs.
Thank you. Bono House of Chiefs. As a president of the whole Bono House of Chiefs, Asante Hene will not do anything on the ground without having a consultation as chiefs.
Okay.
More or less, they are both paramount chiefs. And finally, I need to do what I say. Say, I see a 5, no be there 20 krana. You still come to the category of the paramount chiefs.
That's right.
Okay, but how you blend yourself and package yourself and your sovereignty is different. Now, in this situation, Manamba, any the power of a friend's injunction, actually also not to go there. So, as a judge, he he will not break the law of
The
Ghana.
Lord, that's right. Because he
That
understands.
injunction in the two Asante hene soa. Asante hene can never come there and
That's
break
right.
the law. Because
But
everybody, no matter how paramount chief you are, no matter how power you control, you are under the Constitution of Ghana and the law of state.
the way things are going on right now, it looks as if people who pays allegiance to Asante Hene wants to flare or want to stare or want to make the notion as if Asante Hene is above it all.
But they have it wrongly.
Okay.
Because even the president of Ghana is under Constitution. He cannot violate the Constitution of Ghana.
Mm.
If the president cannot violate the Constitution of Ghana, Asante Hene cannot violate the Constitution of Ghana. So if they would have collected the injunction and put it on Asante Hene can never ever break that injunction. Maybe no one feels Asante Hene to me call the injunction to so cry. No. He Asante Hene himself will do for Ankasa any constitution binds him. How much more a judge?
Mm. Who knows
So
that?
he will not go. And national security, reading in between the lines, so say if Domaa Hene, the president of Bono House of Chiefs, and the president and the paramount chief of Ashanti Kingdom, and your madrin say, definitely there will be hearsay here, there, conflict. Because the purpose of Asante Hene is to come there, show that he is the owner of the land. He's coming to make somebody a chief. Domaa Hene is coming to say, no.
You are not the owner.
Something in the history that you do not have the right to do that. And even if you have the right to do that, consult me. Because I'm the president of the Bono House of Chiefs. And Asante Hene got into the territory without mutual understanding.
And is this difficult to understand as a young person living in Ghana, living somewhere in abroad, where countries, towns, cities has come to understanding today, as the land has already been preserved and reserved and occupied? We all know where people's right stops. Do you think Asante Hene, people are given too much power? And
yes, you see, one thing I have to say, me worry from Ashanti Kingdom. Me mama me, I Ashanti Kingdom. Okay, so I am blood connected with my children with Ashanti Kingdom. All right, and I respect leadership. Even the Bible says, "Give honor to who honor is due." You will never see me, Prophet Daniel, anywhere in the world using a word against a leader.
That's right.
Or somebody who is older than me. I know my words I used. This is a situation. He's a leader with thousands and thousands of subordinates, people under him. Domaa Hene is also a leader with thousands and thousands of subordinates under him. And anybody who is a leader carry power. Because the power is connected to who you know and who you don't know. Now listen to this. Do you know that the diaspora, the Caribbeans, all over the diaspora know that Ghana, our king, is Asante Hene? Okay? The diaspora knows that. And based on that, the diaspora also do not know much about Domaa Hene. The diaspora do not know much about Yanaa of the North.
That's right.
The diaspora do not know the Ga chief unless they come to Accra. Because those chiefs, I mentioned their name with respect, they don't travel of packaging themselves like how Asante Hene does. Asante Hene traveled to the Caribbean island recently.
Yes.
And the way they welcome him and his leaders, his subordinates, and walk with him majestically projects him.
That's right.
Give honor to who honor is due.
That's right.
If our chiefs will understand themselves, like how Asante Hene has packaged himself,
That's right.
all the chiefs will be like that. God chief, very powerful. Great Accra, very, very powerful.
Very powerful.
And because of I don't understand this confusion. There are segregations. And this is not understand because the history must be rewritten. The history of territories and chieftaincies must be revisited again. Because Ohibia on the history. And Ohibia Nimwesu history.
That's right. They know themselves.
Before now, you're going into deep of that. Nama cancer. Me person manuba see baby a major concerning the injunction.
That's right.
The tone so on to me, maho, or respecting the Constitution of Ghana.
That's
because he's a good citizen. Number two, also boom paying for because of the national security calls him. Now, say national security flower. No, say don't go now. Don't go. When you go, it's your risk.
That's right.
So he didn't go. And I'm paying full be friend. Now, essence of boy did not pass me. Not on per se moja bakupu begu from. He stayed in his home, and his children surrounded him, and he made his pain heard. In this world, if you want your conversation to go far, is it not social media? Internet transit, and now on making a submission, and me can say, Obiaba Neshe any near me. And now one quay, you know, yeah, I said that you mobile me, a yenia, where Jemu now so back kaide dia, where we in speech. Now, Yembro Otunfo came with VIP buses, security apparatus, V8s, and everything. That shows his strength. Fine. I ain't for no. They portray their strength to each other. So, jewelry is a good comb. Lockets, gold, or anywhere share anywhere. They communicate traditionally. Say, me demi home, men am tisika no so. Sika bakofi, men am teso, men am yesi. So among the communication among the chiefs, you know, a layman on the street will not understand the communication. Asa, ne neman you know communicating. Asa no akabum, asa no akabum, no ayana no dia ayana bo say. Or patches a hanya no akabum unity na ayana communication no standing in he's communicating. The diaspora people don't understand the dance and the communication, what he's doing and everything. But me, I'm if you feel what latte. Meaning say, Asante drums no more born in communicating.
That's right.
You see, there is a lot of strength, traditionally and customarily, power in that day. Now, Bass is not the buy and no crack a chameleon. It shows say he is rich. Now, if he is rich, as he has shown, and the people in Kumasi are suffering, that is an area economically that will go there. But and also interest almost suffer into 7 prince. I said you 7 song on pan on number dream.
That's right.
Abema no why fe sabi ufifie kwade ekwa ye ho ye fe so na sika kwa ye ni bi. It's on the strength, no, you're powerful. I demonstrated great, but I just want peace in Ghana. Right. Now let's go to the Constitution. Domaa mentioned say there is no king in Ghana.
That's right.
Based on the Constitution, he is a judge, a very astute, learned man. I know says Asante Hene Otumfuo is also very learned. And he knows, said, there is no king in Ghana. All right. If there is no king and the highest is the paramount chief, you can use the title His Majesty. That title, His Majesty, you're breaking down and what a hierarchy. But he uses it. I check his presentation. giving a nod in the United Nations. Okay? Asante Hene went to United Nations and give a speech. Now, question everybody say, okay, baby, okay, so see your time. Yes. No share of fra obia or share intercrache. The point in say, when he went to the United Nations to give the nod speech, what capacity did he go?
Yeah.
Did he go in the name of Ghana?
Or Ashanti.
Or he was specifically invited because he's a chief in Asante? If he is invited as a chief from Ghana politically, how did they invited him alone?
Alone.
Good.
Okay.
Now, it's in a lot of people said the United Nations not quite whether he went in the capacity in the name of Ghana or he went the capacity as a particular thing inviting. Now, he was invited to meet Queen Elizabeth. What capacity did he go? Because British colony knew, say, Ashanti Kingdom is not the only chieftaincy.
That's right.
In Ghana. There are Equiapem, you will Benkum, you will define, you will be you will bro halful, you will a ye not a himful. Hey, who can not far? Now I himful in another level. They are all there, Sunyane, and each of the providence need to be switching Ashanti Kingdom.
Yeah.
But why is it that Asante Hene Otumfuo alone was invited to see them? With my research making, me say Asante Hene, Mr. Asante Hene, the Queen invited Kufuor, his former president, to be in the Queen's Palace.
Yeah.
2, during the coronation of the Queen, the death of the King, I discovered that John Mahama was not invited. So maybe some will say, what is going on? Because Domaa hene make a statement to say, President Biba Opeja ahimfu bi eja ebi. Yeah? And me trust and I'm just saying, there are a group of society in the world, and probably they are inviting among themselves.
Exactly.
Based on a record, Asante Hene happens to be one of the greatest and powerful men in the planet in association with the Freemasons. Yeah? Good. He's the godfather of the Freemasons. Number 2, Kufuor, in his own interview, says, "See, in Kesha Africa, Freemason, I'm in the top of the Freemason. In Africa."
Wow.
The Queen itself, Queen Nankasana Wapasa Okono. That is the seat of the Lodge of the Freemason.
Okay.
That group of association say when you're member,
you
will not be invited. Now, me share newspaper national was John Mahama invited to the coronation. Say he was not invited because of a scandal of the Airbus. Excuse me. No, you understand where I'm coming from. He was not invited because of the scandal of the Airbus. Was John Mahama invited at the coronation of the the Queen Elizabeth? Queen Elizabeth invited John Mahama.
But there has been a lot of scandals
of the
around these two gentlemen, anyways. Akufo-Addo plus even in the UK, Otumfuo Humba, Emma.
And when I me use word say, excuse me. The kase one more who wants
Semua.
and yanka baby. Some of the Ahemfunibi cannot come to Canada. Some of them cannot travel to America.
Yeah.
Because of their past history, which they never know, it will catch them today. And say yes, let me show baby I no now we were is it one to me? Yes, one to me was sitting there and he had or say because of scandal, John Mama was not invited. Okay, I want to tell then I'm so okay. Now, who say you invite Binum J Binum in the Queen Palace in their manner? Don't ever think say they invited because of Ghana.
Exactly. Okay.
That's what I'm drawing at. They might invited because of the kind of association they belong to. Okay?
Hey,
they project their own. I bet shock will say at that time, maybe a president or power no crano, he was shocked. He said, let her buy it. And say, Otunfo should go. He will be surprised. I stand to be differ. But the point here I'm making is saying, if you package yourself well and you belong to certain kind of companies, you go further and higher. It will be classy. Domaa hene be classy say na mentia say sabi menka say no kan ye me kan adwene say obetumi atrase say enye Domaa hene me mbo say Domaa hene o hene bi kura betuma atrase akase aden na Asante hene na ye man no call United Nations command the north na yamfa north hene, but they didn't know the exegesis and the genesis behind the curtain.
That's right.
All that you are seeing, the battle between Asante hene and the Domaa hene is about grabbing territories. Grabbing territories. Asante hene is expanding his territory. The question, I'm a person in Bisane say, Tama or Confanochi. A Confanochi Asante for the out.
That's right.
Obeboa Okuga, equipem. And of no beboa. History na kodane say, Confanochi and ye equipim of ya ibe.
Aye.
Say, an anochi ni ayana anache. Say, I be only entafo. Which history is the correct one?
Nobody knows.
So that is why Ghana histories, you know, we have to be very careful to see ano yankwela brim nyane nim say konfanochi fi nkuga of ofodua ekwapem and na oba pe boa asantefo and no more wini ye no more siga gwa kofi. Se ano ye kasa omo tro wo history mu a omo kan it say konfanochi the priest and the founder of something in Asante. It is generations to come, no? They will begin to see Confanochi that he is from Ashanti Kingdom. Okay? He is from Ashanti Kingdom. But Omo Mawu Hunu say of aha and oba because cultures never to say ye for schools.
That's right.
Not the school. Into a bit struggle to me back diaspora, who Jamaican and not Caribbean, no challenging me Ghanaian about our culture in Ghana. Because we GBB, will book and now old or they born a bra. Obaba Ghana no. Now no ya who say diaspora for the bar Cape Coast. Now Asebu, I stand to be corrected. I'm open to correction if I'm right. Asebu hene. Welcome them when they were standing there. And now Oka say, yeah, Pamocho, we are begging you people forgive us what our ancestors what our ancestors did by giving you people out to sell you people up. Excuse me. Wouldn't you fame war abruptly? One for say, yeah, Caribbeans, if only be Africa, only be.
Bebree mpɛ
because
yɛn
of
asɛm.
mispresentation.
Yeah, bebree mpɛ yɛn asɛm. In fact, yeah, that's true.
Tell them, say, even if our great-great-grandfathers were illiterates, and the people came with mirror and other things to deceive them, gold was in abundance. It wasn't much to us. It doesn't worth anything to us. Our ancestors gave them out. For Bronini they carry gold, you know. Dodo almost saying, hey, 1 gram kremudru. Have you ever thought of amount of gold they were carrying? Over the Bronibe share gold when it is. And the Kakwan Efi, in Wuremu Ashanti baby. I'll not have a kekos, other fish ship, or no, they need strong men to carry the goods
That's right.
that they collected. It's goods, you know. Yen na no mo him for no catch or man say, hey, who way, so many bomb no monko. And almost why because yen Africa ye in remuno, ye nimnanti matre crasida. Ye to me 19 will rem why yembre. Brunini na take a canoe who make tree. I'm imagine amount of water they will drink on the way, reaching the village and coming
And the
back.
heat. The heat.
The heat. And almost swat the buy. And almost send for we best one in the Abian along the line. First one by no one call back. One by Biom no castle, ye jam quine or yes, okay, be an baby. Second one come back. So that awareness started coming, said there be something is going on. You drive the story in such a way, say, if you're a movie director, you direct it as if you're living in that time.
In that time. Yeah.
Oh, to me, and I almost will be to me, so mom. In this situation, no, you say, you do ye, Jumanede, and no man mirrors, ne, a trouble bunny, never any be, abba. In Quarano, who is saying, no, say, there be and almost started said they're attacking them. And no, and a musician between them, and they did not be kind this or say, good morning, Mr. Johnson. Good morning, how are you? I want to tell you a story about the Ashanti War. The people of Ashanti have never seen a gun. They have to shoot the rifle and shout, Ajay, 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 Asante Yewu, Asante Yewu. This song tells you, say at that time, no, they were illiterates. So your money too, the training as a press, no pressing that tea, then you will say, hey, well, or see, and you so attraction give them diversity. Emma, Oma dream diversity. So a lot of goods in them at the moment and ties young. So they were not looking at the people going with them and not coming. A train no moving and they have to fight to stop it. But we now straight away say we are sorry we sold your ancestors, forgive us. Which means that what they were thinking, Nanano, why you have to say at home?
Nana no kura on new story, no, to tell you the truth.
Yes, I need to know making that basis say.
Mm-hmm.
I wish you said the leaders of Ghana should chieftaincy act, and I said the House of Chiefs should sit down and visit the stories again.
Okay.
They should visit the story. Into Domaa hene. He was addressing Obiabami territory or instigating some of the members and promised them to make them paramount chiefs. One example from what I analyze, Asante hene efi Kumasi, Jenny, I came from Kumasi or the bar brekum, quantity.
Mm-hmm. But was it in his right to install where do you think and what do you think the motives of, and can you talk a little bit about the fact that the significance of chief going to another territory to make a chief paramount chief? What does that mean economically? Because it's our era no in
Yes, and you're very, very interesting. Matroa, how many chiefs joined the Ashanti and how many are they now?
That's right.
The question is, Tam Asante Confranoche, Emma statement to say, or yen Queen, then I was smoking about direction, whatever the story was. Now, Asante Nana, then great great grandfathers, the smoke came to the direction. omo afeso odua edua mienu osi ndua mienu no ni ebe fifi no enwu no ebe the capital of Asante nti baako a ewuye no they call it Kumewu hona aduane wuye okay and na ne na so no efe Kumasi okay and that is why Kumasi came about as the capital of Ashanti and Kumewu was where the other plant died. Now in this situation at that time na Asante hene kase Nisa Asante hene kofa not to make all those supernatural abilities no ahim for ahim and omo ya atio omo ya ahim for the dada. They have their individual rights and power and authority in their own judiciary. But because of supernatural abilities and the promises of greatness, said, bring your leadership. And Efabra, Nafabeshe, Asante, Hinasi, Meki, Ashanti Kingdom. Now listen to this. It say, Ohini A, Edina Nkonyaba, Ohini B, Dinankonyaba. 3, Ankonyani Jamo authority. Into what the authority eba be ma Asante hene. Na no na Asante hene make statement say Ankonyani bebre ni ne ma ne be yehie omo nyina. Na sikagwa kofi ebe ye the paramount. Into no sa ahemfu ni na omo de omo ti akohye sikagwa kofi na so omo som or confirm magical powers stool no. Okay? Now listen here. And name no se san krofo ni nyina ewu womo nana nka so man ma ko school any education abe your hene and what trans say no me nana no mo na yes alone but me dey ma sesa ma adwen me yimi ho afiri mu a do you want to tell me that there's no law omo ka say wonya do ti asase no untumi mfiri ase da because the reason why I make us and say Asante hene have the power, the authority to move a king and put a king, to move a chief and put a chief in that place. Because what I say, who do to me aqua command? It is say, we are what you say. One in a boy, one in a boy, one no a pray in your mouth. And now say, yes, I want to pray in your mouth. Yes, but what I saw in a pray in your mouth because one and another was asking, and no crew in a besha was. Now, when you are and I only in your adrinia. Or right to say, Bibi, obey you, Nasim Pabwa.
Ajay.
Or you will not send Pabwa, not till significant serious thing. Wow. Or you will not send Pabwa with 2 ideas. So with Demo 2. And your own crow. Yes, or hene back and a nepapatiasi.
Yes,
into so Dimotiwa affected ma when none the bloodline now and can we say, oh, papa, nechia. Obidi adie no affect omunyina odi ankonya no ebe ma nea ono otumfo ope. Now listen to the danger.
And this is Ashanti ni banim sa story.
Listen to the danger. It is a say and families need wo ho a ni oti ankonya so no ono ne ba and also did the next and ne brother nyankonya na ope. It is no yet difficult kakra to Asante hene a. Na se ne brother no obey Asante hene a. Asante hene go two means obey two no the ankonya na man ne brother no. Eba ne sana the throne changes its focus and direction.
Wa ota we fit
because we do ti akoshenase. There are conflicts in chieftaincies. We na so di ade we no di ade we no betu hene we no de hene besi so we bia na brekum hene sabi okode chi no obi wo brekum family ho a onim so no next of kin na so bia no ne Asante hene
enya agree
na because so ne Asante hene enya adwene na bia na no susumu na so oni brekum hene Domaa hene eya adwene. Just imagine say why and Asante hene didn't be see ankonya so.
Didn't be see ankonya so. Inti Asante niba enim story this historic event see na in sakraye anase inti omo fo so mu ni omo ho so anas because Can you explain to us the spiritual implication of someone removing shoes
Yeah,
under you?
that is what I'm saying. It says spiritually, you have moved somebody God has ordained to become a king. What shifted the throne? And in this case, spiritually, and be to make kunkrofo. Yawankunya bi wo ha enya wo now is mandated to sit on it. Na do bi betra so a nipa ni bewu. Ya do bi fo be so a nipa ni bewu. There will be curse in the village. There will be curse in the town because the rightful person is not on the throne.
I said David ne Saul bano.
Yes, now quite to say Solomon and your friend is saying Absalom. There's a problem. Because when mommy air fighting man ba, where su mommy air fighting man ba, nemu when the Yankopon say oyene. In this case, problem and that why Domaa hene can say, Asante, there's no king in Ghana, constitutional wise. They are all paramount chiefs. Asante hene, a oten konya sika gwa kokoso no, sika gwa kokoso no. The lifestyle and in the projections, ne na adi nyina is heading and placing him as a king. So he walked majestically, he portrayed everything as a king in a place we don't have a king. So outside, diaspora sees him a king. Legislation doesn't see him as a king.
As a king.
Number 3, point back amount for ancient. Right now, we are just putting points. Things we are highlighting things Domaa hene wanted people to see. Or can be said in the Chieftaincy Act, in the House of Chiefs books, Asante hene's name is on the top. North hene. Any ahimfu binu or musomoya paramount chiefs, their names are not in it.
In the legislation.
In the legislation in terms of the Chieftaincy Act, Chieftaincy Act, the Chieftaincy House of Chiefs.
So who established that?
So the point is that is there any politics in the
involved in this
House of Chiefs? If so, why your name is there and his name is not there?
Yeah.
Paramount chiefs. Ghana limited. Immediately we have president.
Democracy.
Immediately we have president. We are not supposed to have king. Because the king controls the nation. The king have his seal that embodied the nation, even the currency. Queen Elizabeth, our passing here. Niti a discussion even in Canada here. Because it shows his territory that he controls. Yeah. All right. And Osha Nancy and Asante hene came out with a golden coin. Bibit is a big coin. Yes. You see, a lot of people don't begin to think about things, but maybe a very fast when I see things. And that coin now was introduced. What is the reason of the introduction of that coin? Dominance.
Hey, Ghana, for you guys we need education.
So I hear for now around Bebre
Omo deda.
And then Bebre, but Domaa hene
is alert.
And as a judge, he see the danger ahead. Yeah. And then obi to me by social media na ohene mua sabi dinatem. Me adwene na me chiru me de mani prophetic eye no and na me read between the lines. As sandema we na yenhwe na sandema we na man concern etie. Asante hene etia nkonya kese so. Sabin prensa. Oya me papa mepe. Oya me uncle mepe. And no so interest oya me papa ntino ade no bebia e wo se e de Achiano.
I said Jonathan nene papa.
Or say ya dear no a chiani and found to a free talk.
A free talk.
So what you say? Into Domaa hene kasano. The only thing Domaa hene can do is legislation, and also to go through the court. Na enyoma binu mu betre the reason why enyema bia e was say that baby and the no on betre all kasa no say even a court injunction or a judge or right so to make be found now so on. So what I say sabi obia or you wise, you don't know his plans in his head. Oh me, into these are some of the things into Ajama say come or confanochi Emma him for no dear man kunya no and no to me and no more will ebe Asante hene ankunya na se no or maybe say omo ye constitution be say you cannot come out.
Oh,
Is there any legislation say you can never come out, you are permanent stay.
Yeah,
because yeah papa at that time the majority of them were illiterates.
Yeah.
If it is today they won't do that.
Yeah. If it was today, they would not have done that. Isn't it why he
Now,
feels
let me address it here again. If it is today, some of them will not do it and some will do it.
Yeah.
Because even now, some is doing it.
Yes.
Obisa question say, Asante hene was right to go to Brekum to do that. According to history, which I don't want to go there much because I am not a perfect historian. Now, say, during the ancient time, no, Asante Foni be Asante hene at that time sent some of the people to come and spy Domaa.
And spy ideas,
Now, coming to spy somebody doesn't mean that the land belongs to you.
Of course not.
If that is what the story is, please, I stand to be corrected. If that is what the story is, there, coming to spy somebody in his border doesn't mean that in those days we fight and take dominion.
Yeah.
Or when we come and nobody is there now, we stay there. Into coming to spy, after spying, you will go back. Now going back, no, I don't just say I infinite baby or may Nana or Tumfo the way our packaging no none in Crawford no AF Mama Yanka. It's beautiful. It projects Ghana, our culture. I love it. The whole world. Now let me tell you this. I infinite be share a yomofe. A binumusu to me share power, and the binumusu are being blessed money wise. It's based on that because I say fine, no, I could join it. But they don't know the implications of the future.
That's right. In fact, their children may lose their rightful inheritance. And Ghana for wow, show me a we are Santini. You see, it's rather for you because enemre yeti asie ne yeti to coin. Like, why is it what look at the future of your children. It's not about who association who you are going to associate yourself with, the name you are going to make for yourself today, but for the future of your children, for you to rest when that day finally arrives, for you to rest peacefully. Because
May, to be honest, Saturday we are back and come and you may be. Majority of times, me to say, Otumfo or take Sigava coffee or take
Kokoswo.
Me respecting a power. Now, I am Okasa, with Sieni Kasa, or say, men nananom and a chiche Asante Mai. Men nananom and a chiche Asante Mai, Chrono, a media. It's no, between trust and say, and ye, Nana, a powerful power taking over until we see them who say, not to make it such a way say, am I mindful to be unfunny dear and Beshasel until willingly they came, but he didn't fight to conquer.
That's
because
right.
His picture say, as until mine, not they alone cannot go to war and win. What might is America for? They cannot go to war and win. They have never gone to war on their own to win. They rather call other
people
alliance to come and help them to fight. Okay? And when they come to fight and victory comes, obetumi ka sɛ mɛma wo aha tena ha or mɛboa wo sɛ yɛsɛ aha yɛ wo dea wonim sɛ kumase ankasa asanteman mu yɛwɔ baabi a ɔmodi agyadeɛ wo sɛ asantefo di wɔfadeɛ yɛ anaasɛ naadeɛ na matrimonial by kuro no mu nankasa yɛwɔ baabi a ɔmodi agyadeɛ. Have you asked yourself why is sɛ ɔhɔ no ɔmodi agyadeɛ? And probably they are from Kofu, I think it's a Kofu area. They came and helped and they gave them a place to stay. That is of how far I can go about that history.
Yeah. So Bantima saying so almost say and another sport omo ma in pepe for Bantima said anyway. There's a history about Bantima.
In this situation, no, now 240 or make a statement say notness and a boy ye dear year no more worry or more. Am I a sibber yacht in 10 ishla into Ghana no and one nation.
That's right.
Eh, we are we anyway. To see a menoka say, bear may be or ha of you Domaa, na yiri Asante no tifi.
Yeah.
Oh, my beautiful. How would the man see when somebody from Domaa is insulting Asante hene?
That's
and
right.
how will the wife also, the man will also listen, the wife will also listen, that will be the Domaa hene at them.
Exactly. And this is bringing a lot of, in fact, asumdwe makuro no kura.
And but Mr. First, Mami Kevin Chow, when I was in Ghana in those days back, now my wife, of Kumasi, maybe if you Accra, me captain, but yet Accra, has no kotoko, maybe or has, my life in a phobia, and I know if you Kumasi, a kotoko. Now me cook Kumasi kosher match, now has a shot. Maybe I'm a friend on for the call. No, I do because when you say, make easy now. Maybe do feel penwa kwanda. Se me bana se kotakwashe hasa. O to me friend ya o friend wa beden na wonfa. O to me do mu phone e be different not together. Se wa se be fa. Hey, Asante kotoko ye be she ma wo fekeke. At the end of the day we are together. Now the point here is say Ghana government.
And we are talking about your wife. We are talking about Akosua Japan.
We are talking Akosua Japan. Yeah.
Akosua Japan.
Yeah. Now listen to this carefully. Another audio has come out. His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo was talking. And more or less, it's like he supports the idea that the history must be rewritten or looked into by needing certain kind of chiefs who will also speak like Domaa hene. This thing brings me back to when His Excellency was interviewed, talks about gay and lesbians in Ghana before we passed the law. And what was he saying? They asked him, will you legalize that? And also, well, when we were young in those days, Britain started from somewhere, and as people do demonstration and things and the number increase, it was changed. But if we get other people who will also make noise like how demonstration and talk loud or something like that, now I'm paraphrasing.
That's right.
Then the government will look into it and take a step out of that. You gave a way how certain people must demonstrate and the government will hear.
That's right.
The same way no kasa our house say, see enya ahimfu binum na se womo so aye womo kasa te se de wo kasa ya, then I think say it gives a headway. I know them doing say Charlie Oche ni wi o papa no na kasa no. That will give you a headway. They will know what to do. But me, I support to say the history of Ghana must be visited again.
That's right.
Yeah.
And
unfortunately,
but it is good because the history of Canada is being rewritten. The curriculums are now being changed to reflect the truth and also the people who actually put their lives on a line to make Canada what it is. and the people who shed their blood, children, innocent children, the things this government did, it's now being made like, public and live, and also being exposed, just so they can clean, and they can reconcile, and they can do that reconciliation way. There's so many things in the system in
Yes.
Canada here. It's ridiculous, especially with the Aboriginals. So many programs in Ghana. No, I really am strongly for the fact that, because we tend to fight a lot. Ghana for
Listen, since I know Kaseya, based on one or two informations I know, Monday, latter four, Echo Court, and Shy Hills of Four. Latter four so say Shy Hills of Four, Ahoy Omodia. Shy Hills of Four so say Latter Popono Sukra, Ahoy Omodia. Look at this.
Look at this.
Who is speaking the truth? Okay, and I think the government should set a committee, House of Chiefs. Oh, chieftaincy, woman trasi. Now, serious terror search. Historians, Emra, near to Ubia Canadian. We say Nantisa, we say Tisa, we say Tisa. What did the history say? What did the archive say?
Exactly.
Who put the books and the story in the archives? The one who is powerful and the one who have money, that control, have influence, can influence things. Okay? Right now, the entrance, na yembise mu seven prince history there, abakwasam there, ehun hia. I don't disrespect anybody's abakwasam. I respect everybody.
Yes.
Look at the north. I love you to see the chiefs in the north. It's so beautiful. Domaa, Brekum, Kumasi, Asante, hene, all these chiefs must come together to have a one family and save Ghana. Social media, obi to me, when him say, Abroche, Udu obi atem. Assault, even Ghana is an assault. Even for social media, what type of be disturb you, or to me report, and my who
na ntɔkwa yɛ ɛkɔ so wɔ Ghanafoɔ ntɛmu ɛwɔ social media yi so. Hey, prophet.
Obi to me siwo.
Uti atɛm but ɔmo nte faako nti na ɔmo fa ɔmo ho di no.
Could you believe we say Abua Papo, near Madame for Usu Bempa? Yes, he's my very good friend, and he knows. Let me tell you, when he made certain comments against Ibrahim Mama took him on.
I think people should start doing that in Ghana. I'm sorry. I think the court should be busy.
And you know something, my beloved brother, whom we struggle hard from the UK, God has blessed him. He's making it in the political arm. It is not insult that will make you a bless. Use knowledge and fact. Midi kind of a historian. Into the deep aspect of the history, I don't go there.
And I think from now on, we are going to invite people like yourself and a historian, an anthropologist, this doctor who came to come and meet with you. Now, let's discuss this, because chiefs feeling, and then let's come to the level of the youth also fueling. And I'm proud that Asante will be or fahu edi abekon and talk about social media. So will be na watam case, no dibedi a judge.
You see, who bet to me I say a judge? Who them? Okay, let me tell you, say judge the case, granted case, on fire na ba more, and as a full stop, you see now commenting wrongly.
On me change ya samono.
No, the honor you better invite to straight. Now look at this. Domaa hene have the power to put injunction on the coronation of the new chief.
Yeah.
And I didn't see hene also.
Yeah.
Or the injunction to swear. And guys, I think hene to me see hene.
But Ghana for I find that people like that are also weak in some sense. To say we are too influenced by other people. Nkofo befrɛ no, Ghanaian, we are not strong when it
Now,
comes
there
to
was one gentleman. I respect him when he was talking, but Adebakwa, I don't side with him. I can remember the name. He was from among the, I think say he was one of the warriors, and he has his movement with Asante Hene's entourage. I'm afraid the BB spirit. Okay? The BB spirit. When he was talking, he has locks. I said to we don't speak like that.
and then that person is sitting down.
No, we don't no, we don't talk like that. It's beyond the bar. Hey, this is serious. And anka you do anki you be no one. Do you know grenade? Oh, you saw the word grenade. Mavis, grenade in the hands of, excuse my language, I stand again, a bodyguard of a chief with a grenade. National security could have picked him up. Grenade is for military. Police
exactly.
is grenade.
Grenade. So just in Ekura.
Who beside interviewer, no host, who beside and say, do you know what is grenade? Nanka, chese. No, to me, it is something that I think say the guy knows what kasano or you're sensible. Now on person can near maybe, but now I can't interview no pushing no. It's not Okano as I say, do you think I'll tell you and near my debate say by yes,
Okay, but this box my mind. Why would a chief gain access to weapons in terms of
that is a very nice topic. Yeah, I think say a tuna government have to start recalling them.
Exactly.
When you look at how things are going, government have to recall the guns. Womukra double bars.
Yes.
It did bought 8, 7. Look at the crowd. No more tunikeke, risky. Okay, they could have used gunpowder because at the end of the day, gunpowder because you have the police and the security there, but individual people pay. Now Queen Manda buy and say yes and historically to demonstrate the culture. You can use gunpowder. As a matter of fact, yes and did not use this modernized gun.
No.
The idea now the powder, gunpowder, no, you can use that one to symbolically because you are using it as a culture and tradition. You don't need to use a pump action. No, and your national security should sit down and look at the whole coronation and the whole funeral and pick hazard, dangers, and threats and tighten knots. In Chuno Mukreni need to be recalled. Or hini biabe kobe bia write a letter to the police for security convoy, and they have to go with you. But individual no mukreni chuno a risky. Saying shiaba and antokwabaya, you will see how they will use the gun shooting people. Say to no mukutekitawase no. May say to no mukutekitawase no. Womo be use say tuno. Ama nipa be wunti se Domaa hene ebre no wase no so onko na watena fie ana wanko na yenya asomdwe wo Ghana me tu chema no say tu chema Asante hene omo mienu nyina because baako sebi pressure sebi opunu baako ma no ho kwan se baako nko because aban se menko nti yenya asomdwe na esiden na sese na otum se social media obi atagi Domaa hene so obonsa.
Oh,
why do you do that?
Hey, to me,
picture papa no hene no we efe no way picture they be na onti bibia so why nim say
Prophet
connecting say he's a drunkard.
Prophet
Excuse me.
Prophet mamika asemcha whoever knows Domaa hene so unim obi wo de fa we efa kwama no twa ho. You see onipa sa no they must be sued. Even the court process no and say nisika wama obedu Ghana ma police infano. I mean, because
social media no Ghana for are not using it properly. Now I have people say me do Ghana say see ana prophet me my budget be da onyankopon keke na me say me do because there are certain people be and yeah maybe on my year was social media you know they need to answer and they need to be taught. I say you go school.
One say me kwabna samoa metiha. Me to me be manu dia Asante hene da. Because obua me de mano no. Me de man me krum hene. But we should also know say Asante hene na hindie ne tumi a nyame ehya ne nyina is limited in only Ashanti Kingdom. Oba Greater Accra, he is recognized as any of the chiefs, paramount chiefs. He won't be greater than Gamanche because that is the territory of Gamanche.
But I think we should touch the base of what it really means, how they all came under Asante hene, and what it means for a young man today. Our papa Sebi. Many people has a horrible story how their father used to be chiefs and how they were. Was your father removed because of the dislike or was something, and by whose right? Didn't you have rights over your people before you became part of the Ashanti kingdom? Why must, like, are we speaking the same languages here? Because Ceciano, ama young people who are supposed to be leaders are now thugs on the street. Ama obia and kesesanka odi biebi and I say odum pempenso bi no and then wabeka the commoners no ho a ama I destroy the effect of you being here is greater than sanka wotena pain die so a.
So,
Is that what you
I
are
know
saying?
that what kind of Bible say I have seen servants upon horses and princesses walking as servants on earth.
Yes.
Ecclesiastes. Now, one man can also here or been pony at the phone, woman nam to say inqua and anqua motitim poncoso because of changing the throne that their heir is supposed to be given to them. You change it. And Nintina Uben Obi to say Mephibose. Not Mephibose. I no or yet the friend is saying Jonathan or Prince Jonathan ba edidu of form and I made now no ye ziba no emoti ahenkonya so na ne mamu and Mephibose edidu of form until David came. Or see, is there anyone in the house of Saul that I will do favor to? Or do you know? Ampana nyo yakwa no, yakwa. Eno ma nyo yo hemba no didi fem no. Emo be yo hene edidi wankonya ahin table so. Ema nia ote ankonya no zumo ye yini kofom. I think say onyame to me embonra the chieftaincy and put things straight.
Yeah.
Okay? Nia wokano e serious because minim ahin die bia. Near also tranquil so and you're not so.
Yeah.
About the same because of toy or ska.
Yeah.
I hear the end today, and they've been with because one more ska and away influence. Into my tranquilano, and I near only can only rightful person to the throne. Esre and OD.
OD.
Into Nama Kronum Tumpoa and was echo.
Yeah. Enkasa nka ne ese so odi ade na edi ade a enka ne na ese nka onya bribi ebenya bribi ene the wrong person no ono a onim how to handle ekonwa no ono a enye ono na ye de share no nti ye ho instructions no onim adoye so oye
me na me say instruction put the issue. But the point is that if you are not blood related to the throne as your season, now for so transfer, you can die or the whole nation or the whole town goes to poverty.
Yeah, the poverty. I think said the poverty way, you know, the whole town goes to poverty. That's what is at play right now.
Ya force so much because no boa village no eboa ne nananom na omde enkonya ne niema provisions ne niema container ne niema ba na hwe ne modern bona omaye no nkoso hene abrofo kra ye mom nkoso hene just
Jamaica for kra nyankoso hene
ube komu no ahindi na ye fofofo today ema wo sika ne da ma wo mo so mo wo sika e mo tena so no wenwu a obe ye ohieni business nyina asai obi bia akọ minimum ya force ma tena nkonya so a within a short time sika no wo nyina asa ni obi kra ayedin because spirit no ebinu ya nkonya tuntum busum no e fight you because you are not the one.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter say odekasa.
Me pacho explain what is also because ukoshe obi asa that means nipa no na association no na ekata also if there is any sacrifice not because
Good.
me say me free me fie na mako India na mako je to me bi na me de abefia eno nkire say me fie anta Asante for munti o because it is good for someone to be a leader. It is good, but look at what is happening in Ashanti region. This tells you, said there's something dominating.
There's a spirit behind everything. One,
okay.
Ankonya ni bi one of the villages ni bi Ankonya no enya Ankonya tuntum. Woman in quotes almost say Ankonya fita, which spiritually significant say woman ntwa moja enguso. Woman ntwa ebia nipa moja enguso ana aboa bi moja enguso. Woman onyom they pacify that god. They call it fita because ebia sa fita na okano eye nyamesom na de Ankonya ne yere ebae. Enya wankonya tuntum a eno no bosuman kasa. Busuman kasa. In this case, you know, Oshaya, Emrana Asante hene te apakem, His Majesty, based on the word majesty, I'll come on to that. Asante hene otisika kokos, Ankonya kokoso. I am not good in pronunciation of those kind of things. I was trying to make it his respectful in his throne. One of the Busumba name of one of the tribes, one of the groups, one more says I bosom ne prophesy a mass ante hene through numu and a manamantino, ye drano white, and ye sono, I will be to so near the big name, and whatever they did, and went bosom. Okay, we are portraying culture and tradition here. Sa Ankonya no to so, Sa Ankonya no. Eya Ankonya fita wonana omo asase no ya Ankonya fita eno de be sha Ankonya tuntum ase a just imagine the spiritual significance krono mo be face Ankonya ni bi wo ha ye bosom wo hwe eduanuanom miensa o se for no Domaa eye kramaya ejawa na no Obia won the spiritual significance of Aboa. Ebia wo de abronoma. Ebia na sa abronoma obutu kosua mienu so. Sa eyi ne sunsun papa. Na enam ahokyere ene nneema bi ntino wo hwe obi Ankonya hawa waye ne fie ne nneema na ye ofent wo du ti akosha ase.
Akoto yare.
Wakoton dibiality no respect. Ede akoshe obi ase ana nipa no sese ano owru a usu enti no me question me business say how many chiefs during the time of Asaye or Konfanochi happen to bring their entitlements and their throne under Asante kingdom? How many? That's my question. Now, how many say a 5 and I say a 6? Question is see an assess no near become on a say become. That's the question. Ebanesena from Sicilian Sankunyano, there 6 Ankunya, A, B, C, D, 6 in a Besha Santikina, Ankunya in a Baye, Ashanti Kingdom. Ebanesena Sicilian number no increase. What did the people got to understood that make them enlarge the kingdom? That is where Domaa hene eka say ebinumu aba womu a promise to make other chiefs I wanna say and I say or yeah president of Bono House of Chiefs no ebinumu no ye promise you say ye be your paramount chiefs. And to say I promise you say be my paramount chiefs, you be cover, you be protect you, you be say now do check what. Do you know that by and by, give ourselves 10 years to come or 20 years to come, the whole ahimfo na one more deal share Asante Kingdom no, maybe the whole Ghana will become Ashanti state.
Yeah.
Then the kingdom of Ghana now, constitution said no, abem, because we'll be all the nitty be or not share maybe but on share the spiritual significance. And not two, did the Ghana constitution allow one chief to carry all the chiefs under him to become one paramount chief, to become a king? If no, then somebody is violating the law.
And then this takes me back to remember this has always been in play. J.J. Rollins and Kasemi said they are the same people, just a name change. Just like the financial institutions and to me, we need to let go. We are Santinia. You know what? Let go. Why? It's not that
it is, you see, the point is that, maybe say if you are cry, now me call off. Me na man na Asante region. Eko fa BA. Ekwa na me de call. Almost if you know for back cry. Omo na Asante region. Asante region so eko baby obefa brekum. One fa brekum obefa Domaa. Let me tell you, unto stopping him beside identity say we are Asante and that's why we are all Ghanaians.
exactly.
And that's why you woman said before no, there were kingdoms in Ghana, kings.
Kingdoms, yes.
Okay. And the constitution dissolved all kings.
But again, as I was going to say, remember that some people stood against it, which is why Nkrumah's plan was to dissolve and allow the kingship to be transferred into development. To say Kurumuha.
I don't know. I'm Asante making statement. I think. Let me make clear. I don't want to say Asante making statement. But to Omasun, say or no, say or no. One of the chiefs can say, "I friend is saying, Kwame Nkrumah and Paul Massam."
Yeah, that was Sir John Ekufuado Nana. Me wo video no ho. Opa metimi a play.
Like I say, Kwame Nkrumah and Paul Massam. I'm a science.
And Asante hene so kan ya. Oh, okay. I okay, yeah. O say no ti na Kwame Nkrumah ba ye on pay Asante for asem no.
That's
But
right.
you see that in the ears of an Ashanti boy who also is lazy to do their own research. And I say education in Ghana did not even give anyone opportunity to further investigate and actually do a bit of research into, and I say, where we put our economy strength on research and things that comes out of and what the country can actually produce. And we didn't do that. What we produce is in chile. So back in those days, remember I said Kwame Nkrumah wanted all the chiefs, let's dissolve it and let's take
He saw today.
Yeah.
He saw what is trying to come up now. Me control her, ha. Then I say, hey, and trust him. Na one Ghana. You see, I love it's a blaster of Bob Bacha. Ye Asante for Bron, equipping Volta region. Ye come together to support Blaster.
Yeah.
The president Besway ina. Ye but after election, men to mano, at the end of the day, ye able say bako. I am proud to be a Ghanaian.
Exactly.
And I love it to say we must all be one. Hey, Obabi or social media or fire, Beme be fire, Akwala be fire, Obia peke to get numbers. It's not about the numbers. It is like we should bring the education to say in our culture, especially ekwapim latte ekwapim and bifino. Sabi your history I can say. So be do be atem cry say me paucho say. we are boy.
Me
Near
ba
bet
ha
me.
foforo no, me ba ha foforo na was srem pa. Because I'm so suhum
Yo,
we kokofo dua na ye wo me.
okay.
Na metena suhum asakola ketwa na me ba ha no bibia na mpacho me se. Mpacho wusi,
Atomic,
mpacho
yo,
wusi, mpacho wusi aka me ho. And I even love it more because Canada for ni me pa Canada for
that's
utina
right.
bas mo ka thank you kromunim. So I made it a slogan me pa yes thank you. Yes please.
Nti no me no be there me nim say ekuapemfo seven prince aye de nyame ase say ye da so kra ya mamrem so ebu
Yes.
pa so bo say ekuapem ni ete edidi atem ne nam
No.
no it's our culture and
Yeah.
I believe say I pray to God say all Ghanaians we have to learn from one another sisi an me wonim so bi kwakọ ware no ko ware asantenia e betuma ba say family we can say hey now Asante for now worry. We say, hey, now before now worry. Excuse me. They are wonderful people. They are brilliant, beautiful ones. Obu oha ne suit ne buying said that I say ne near dinner. Obusu also a business minded. Obusu or you slow. Ding na Ghanaians.
Yeah.
And to say o sebi pressa. O say we kase bra Asante fie a manshia na be chia Asante here krana. Ubo rewa susumbi oho. Do you understand the power and the authority? And what more before mumu ansana wakuchia the same way and a Domaa, the same way a voter region, the same way a crapim. Ebian I won't
Me
who
pa
say it's simple, but it's
mami
deep.
mami ka say John Mark me pa run away. Why? Run. You see, one thing I don't have patience for are people who don't want to learn. It's run away. In fact, Johnny, because of this video. And Ashanti is not about you, the one person, John Mark, who didn't cry Ashanti din. It's run away. Why? Me paucho.
Well,
Because we are
me,
talking about something very big. We are
yeah,
talking about
Shasiano, yeah, Shasiano. We made it point to say we are talking about Ashanti and the Domaa, the
yeah,
whatever going on. It's
yeah.
definitely Ashanti name will be mentioned,
Yeah.
Domaa name will be mentioned,
We
Ghana,
mentioned a lot of
a
names.
lot of
Ewa ha.
things.
Yeah.
Okay, and on no matter how it is, he's learning something. Okay, because I
No,
like
Debade. I like your videos, but I have to stop watching you, please. You see, Ghana niba enyene ne hu. Ghana niba enyene ne hu. Me wo Canada hanomo. Me te Canada. Everything I am concerned about is how I'm going to make more tax, how I can get more increase at work, how they can give me more healthcare benefits, how I'm making me affect sick days. Now, I'm not thinking about my child, but you see, you've been raised to forget about the responsibilities you have for
mm,
this earth. Asase no, nyankopon de ahyɛ yɛn nsa de wei acharge yɛn, wama yɛn responsibility, wama yɛn ebusuakuo responsibility. In fact, many books should teach us say, your family mu no nyankopon yi wo firi mu.
that's
But
right.
only Asantini, menim how people grew up. But your responsibility is to the people on this planet, irrespective of who they are. Many you what we are talking about is bigger than you. In fact, it
Hey,
is bigger than the word Asante.
it is, listen, what we are seeing, I think say we are praying that everybody should calm down
Yeah,
because this can escalate. It is a ball of sujano.
yes.
It's dangerous. I want to look at how
And
Domaa
Dunija,
and Asante Hene also through his leadership and his power. It's beautiful. It's culture. I'm funny say, culture-wise, it is okay. In the Nyamia say, but insult, we should come to an end.
yeah.
And
Why
I
are you
take this
insulting a
opportunity. I
chief?
think this is where the pastors must be seen addressing their members because all the members now mokasa no ebi sorry.
Yeah.
Osofo hu sa wokasa. The pastors must call them to order and say you are my member, me member, House of God International Prayer Ministry member. And say, how dare you? From today onwards, don't go on social media to mention anything against Asante Hene. Neither Domaa Hene. They are all paramount chiefs and they're all respectful. We respect them. They
Yeah.
are our fathers. Don't do that. And our mommy parents must also start talking to their children
Yes.
when
Not
they
to.
come to social media to insult leaders.
Hey.
Mothers and parents must call them to orders. Husbands must call their wives to orders. Wives must call their husbands to order.
Yeah.
Then we make sure say, so your friend now about the casa, wouldn't be the kind kase, mintiase,
Yes.
minim, menene nyadwene, menene yadwene, waha, but have the menene nyadwene.
Proper vocabularies.
Who use anything? Let me tell you, Abruche, say, Obi, what program not be invited to be a casa. Let us welcome Mr. A. He is a physician, doctor of psychology, masters of PhD, so and so, and Sana Wakasa. They don't just
Edifying.
pick any street person, excuse my language, to come and talk about specific topics.
Exactly. They know say you know something about the topic.
Because only say people are watching you.
Yeah.
People are picking knowledge. People are going to side with you and going to make research.
Yeah.
And then I believe we say, we baby I do know. Year 14, baby I do now. I shall not my cut it off.
Okay.
And then kakra me. You better me can say, ajobreo.
Ajobreo.
Yes, Ghana for. Say Mrs. Aminu Kase. Say man kasa ye. Na makase tia penyin bi a. Me sre. Me se gumi ya mon fanche me. Ay adwenkyere. Se bibi so na maka na knowledgeable la. Ye for na se me urade. Anything so be fam asem no tutumu na ye bi a onka hu se me di kan kura akoda me hu say I'm not a historian. But as a software, a president of the Worldwide Council of the Prophetic Alliance, and as a senior prophet, I speak as inspiration of God. Lead me to speak. And you serious to see a kum near Shahum, I portray a yenasina with niwa, almost a country, the fear of God and the power of God has departed.
Has departed. Onipa dasani ena odi hene ewo onipa so obi ti se
na nipa ahindie po new. Nipa ahindie no so nyankopon ahindie.
Yeah.
Nyame na ono bo so ne asase a oye kings of all kings. Ye fe buo e ma no.
Prophet.
Owning na be nipa because ye hu nipa.
Prophet. Because people like, you see, Obiak, I say, were you sitting there when Domaa, you were applauding Domaa Hene when he started his tantrums? If you call what he was saying as a tantrums, then people like yourselves not really reading in between the lines of what,
it is a tantrum. We call it a tantrum. He has a burden. He has a worry.
A worry, yeah. If you call it a tantrum, yeah.
And it is painful. Say, oh, Papa, and president of the House of Chiefs of Domaa and Bono State, and Brekum, our Bono State, and related to Brekum, and Asante Hene so right be a woman historically Otumiba. Now men kwa more the injunction akoto so.
Just because of
mimi to me mbamia me bushia
come on. And Unimadebi, we feel good when our side inflict. I used to say, you people you grew up not to see wrong from your side. I used to say, yeah, they are tetemo.
Yeah, baby, Ebu says, ye trakwain, nase a faufia, and faufia was a quinetine. Nasa quine faufia was a chia. And nam say, any one, Ubuni different tantrum, who catch your hino or tenkuyanzo say, tantrum, tis aqualao, it's sanko, and near maybe say, no, many in fofa, so me who come a boom and yakusu because I just say, mida amount for almost share say because 12% I share not cut it.
Akate.
For almost share May. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity to bring my knowledge about certain things that we have to throw light on.
Thank you.
Things of the things are Domaa hene and make it point obieni efri ne papa no worries and nientia or ye bitter no obieni efri so thinking say power sharing. No, he didn't want to share power. He was saying say you come to his territory. He's a president of the Bunu state. It's not a small thing. Bunu state is big. And Asante hene so Asante kingdom, which is big. It's nanka AFS say. Omo mienu cry to me
boom.
Near yard anything. Time almost start I himfuni bi me and Sakram Bomuma. Or hini we are bani ye near Boni Junior Bonnie when I next chief aba. Now we when omo nyina aba bomu ebinumu ba bomu saa so na Asante hene ebetumi aba or Domaa hene so betumi ade aba, but the secret behind it say I will see hene. Now why no power I also see hene. And Asante hene have to come and seal the knot, and so they have to stop Domaa to come by the injunction and other things as a judge. But all the same, no, you can't say you be one snitch here, you be brio. And I feel so no, uya utna anomat etna diasocha or jibo. Into me, yakasache. Yes, no macran, I will see you too. You into a bombo phobic cra about the boat too, and also about two wabble.
That's right.
Yes, I say. Yedenya mi ase na bibia baswa fahu de program very educational afa Canada bibia the whole world and obia nim sister May Canada ha would boduma papa na waya de nyame nhyiraw went to know ne abetumi aka no
aseda wo nyame ho unso me da wasepa. Thank you so much. Obi bi obehwe yen wa one share beginning no mesere se kohwe ene. In fact, we were very Prophet Daniel labi just say wa chire niam mu ama se wonte ase ana me se wo ntokwa na wope ye de Domaa hene at social media. I mean Ghana for I don't know what ye muade. In fact, no, but ebimu because me share social media platforms be atem didie pa beka say obia or recite some your gifts bebre wa have when juma omo ye me ko store mu and the way these young girls reciting certain things who said they are very gifted in selling whom people are good and make money for it. No, we don't make nothing. We just want to insult people. I see people insulting this man. Obi ntimi nye otumfo sa. Remember, so obi so ntimi nye Domaa hene sa.
I don't make a point to say one, Gamanche, a sovereign, and also your majesty to his own. Ekrapi hene, ekrapi mai, esu wamo hene. Voter region, wamo hene. BA, wamo hene. Not wamo hene. Respect her. Odwe Asante hene no. Misrao. For the same respect my him funina.
Yeah.
Na wonkwa aware ewa asase so.
Yeah.
Osi di wunna the wager eni. Na wonkwa aware ewa asase so. Because wunni mo ko pie baby. Ohin bi enim. No baby say so we hwan. Na obebo obusu edin me ya asamoala bi. Oso wo filate. Osim pacho you. Oso asamoala bi se labi ba no. IBK. Osim pacho you. Bra. Ana say one so yebeka say one hwan asamoala. Akwara na wo just so you abumbu ade a. Udidi ye nyina atemi. Mo fa no ko. Ni obedua ene na obetwa.
Onyankopon yi mfiri watamfo nso nsa.
Whatever you sow today,
you will sow.
The pakwa wudi na time be kom se da chibi or baby a wo no pa. O ko ni fi akwa no be kwanda ne papa. And na wudi na time.
That's right.
O be kwanda ne brother. And na one ne ku okwan ho. I just say, now idea me trust was a local stadium. Now you can't talk about stadium near Shego near Kumbia, your pony, and Quabos will be over the same bus. A coffee argument, the coffee.
Near the coffee. Therefore, listen, it has happened to me before, Ntino. Let's be very careful, especially people in power, people who are in a position of mefa omunya ban. To tell you the truth, omunya ban. Aban, in fact, obi a wasom
May,
oman da no.
me in Tower, me were only 10 minutes per. 10% per. Tia. Secretary woman say there are other political parties they see this as a game.
Yeah.
And there
True.
are others who see this equity.
Yeah.
And then you know politicians no so ways and means they play their polygamic
Yeah.
to get votes. You know whatever it is, you know, me some politicians say when you vote, you know, but more than Ghana together.
Exactly.
And I put Ghana together for love. And you may say, "Ban say me fimwa na odo ene Ghana hodo service to man and God and the nation is why we are sitting here this time, sharing the word of God."
Thank you. Thank you. Onyankopon nhyira obi, may God bless you. And no kureni, the history is sweet, but I think we should have part 2. I really want to dive into Asante fo ase bebre mwanyira mwahi mompayin die sanka wo o papa nanka odi ade nanka ese wo na wodi eniema saa no atete abusiam. I'm not confusion about community simu. To tell you the truth, let's call a spade a spade. Ahindie ne to me ne we feel abosomniama because of niama edi achi. So what you say? Na odo ho akɔhye obi ono atu no kwan akɔ baabi a wakɔ pre ni tumi na ɔde aba Ghana na ebi a na sa tumi no ne wakunwa ne nkɔ efie bebre niama bebre sisi mu. So it's for Ghana. We are Asante na mekan. Listen. So answer na hu be fi na agi wo kodware o. Now before answer na be dware agi wo yi hu naked. We are naked in ourselves as Ghanaians before we can move forward and do things right. So it's not about Ashanti, it's not about Domaa, it's not about way, it's about Ghana. So when I see people and Asante for now, Asante for Menua, you are not a Peking. Your boss Asante dia, Menua. It's because you are the majority. Senka anyama papa and a mopema Ghana, Ghana ejuma baho. Because you are the majority.
We'll talk about the hospital now. Asante Hene was trying to raise funding to help.
Yes.
And the crowd nearby and then V8 mkwake petrol. Charlie,
but you see, me, they are I look at things in a different way. Ya wo eniame bia emfa like a ubehu a dom, but not the quantity is less. It's not quality.
The quality
is less. So what I say, there's more spirit, there's more things.
Oh, this one there, it was a display of dominance and power.
Dominance. Thank you.
And also,
it was just to dominate.
And put somebody on throne. So he came with his for a reason. A reason why he did that was also there to show his debility. And so we thank God that no matter how debility cannot super exceed the Almighty God.
Yo, Miss, I am from the royal home of the Toronto. You share your Miss, I'm the right. You see, it doesn't matter. Also of the royal as a corre mampong. And I hear them.
That's great. And then Yamiasi because Yakupon share in a pejanipa. Now, Omoya or hene, then Yami Sue hene. If you
yeah, to me, the mocking is too much. To me, we are robbing it. We are foiling it.
And he was telling the people of Domaa not to insult.
Yeah.
And I know Susan Asante Hene will definitely
this guy is a judge. He reads the law.
Me catch us both are him for no. They are not happy to see their subjects to go and fight. So I say, but a binumu a dear tem a ya. Oh, not tem the no do be papa temps ana about out. So
But only all these things shows how vulnerable we are as a community, because those people are almost terminal. They are not even close to you see, these are the people, their own home, they are not comfortable, they are not satisfied with what they have. And I think they can speak for a king. You can speak for a chief.
About a fear of free, a bushia of free, and tetia, a web bushing. And nobody reflects in your life.
Yeah.
So if you feel papa moi.
Sister Mebekasa different. Mebekasa like the aristocrats.
Yeah. So if you fear ye India tema, one cast out to what to moon say, O Casano, will be catch us a prophet Daniel says, Sabin Prince, Prophet Daniel so will be a Pasiapa, may bush and for catch us a prophet Daniel and Casa. Because I never do that.
Maybe Canada
no, as no behind the way family film.
No. Only my baby. Canada, a social media, me share me the Canada Japan and a matem me be kind because now me and I'm a learned Miss Yadi.
Do you know a number of people are pecking that Japan Sama honorable? They wish to send Kobe with now so then Omoka Akomano into a year into dia amano.
Yeah,
that's it. Akomano, the way Akomano, you can't put almost say you cannot give such a nod to him because he's going to be the president, and at the same time, the power of he is going to be the chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Do you know that position?
Yeah.
Obi quick tempered.
Ghana. Obey.
I'm not condemning him. Sanya penna a binom say and open a him to do. Apart from that, he's a brilliant man. Now, who know say they love him, but that alone and into
for me, I like the fact that he's a survivor. You see,
then I may practice. They may practice and say, "Yeah, Kasa, yeah, she or Chinebi, Abiana, me person yo or the four. Now, Kasa, or can Nebino, I ye him to dear. It's too quiet. And into no Kasa, unim se with Chia. So unim say, about the president position as a flag bearer. I tell you the fact, he will never sit on his TV and speak those words. So you mean in the future, Honorable will never come on the TV to say that. But I'm saying you name your future. Now your first say your future and your team in your bay and your panel. And the yenim. They say then and the we are papa, we are bonuswa, we are fa as a wara. You do attempt in the manner say the destiny will speak and that the future will tell. Now come on to my own Jimmy.
That's right.
Preserve respect for the future.
Yeah.
I pray, say, what to me say, I didn't be a count. What to me a casa. Now, so the time is not ripe. You don't need to speak. Leave everything to the hands of God.
Yeah.
But the constitution should speak. And the culture and the traditions of chieftaincy in Ghana and land dispute must be rewritten and visited. Thank you.
Thank you, my dear. I thank you for coming by and especially taking time out of your busy, although you are on vacation or you are working. You took time from New York, US, to join me this morning, this evening. So I say thank you very much for the time spent with me this evening. Mark, thank you. Francis, thank you. Sedachi Hene, thank you so much. And also everyone who is watching, my own brother Emmanuel Yebua, Mustaf Al Hassan, also thank you. Nazio, thank you very much for watching me this evening. Kumli, is it Kumili? Kumili Imbenye Vielu Saya. Hey, this one be powerful name, Leo. Adoye. Thank you also, Chase, Shangu. Thank you. Kumli and I am free. Thank you so much, everybody. Everyone who watched, please share the video, and I hope say you be share another time. Prophet, have a lovely night and go and charge
Thank
your
you.
vacuum. Now
God,
you be share.
thank you. I didn't know you're not